Good morning, everybody. Hi, this is Just Keep Swimming 1111. If you're new, hi, welcome. I hope you enjoy this reading. And if you're Old Soul family, hi, welcome back. All right, guys, so this morning, let's just get into the energy, see what the future has in store for us and what the day has in store for us. I'm going to be using the Heal Yourself Tarot. I'm going to also be using the Colette Baron Reed Wisdom Oracles. Good morning, Karen. And I'm going to be using the tarot I made, which is available on jks1111.com. And I'll also be using my oracles, my little bubble oracles as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what today has in store. What kind of a reading would you guys like? Let's get some ideas. Masculine, feminine, collective, twin flame, personal, spiritual journey. What kind of messages are you guys thinking of today? Good morning. Oh my gosh. Okay. Good morning, guys. I like tablecloths so the cards aren't so slippery. Spirituality, twin flames, masculine, all the above. Okay. All right. So we got masculine, twin flames, and spiritual. I can see if I can just do a little mesh of everything. Okay? Let's do that. I can do that. I'm going to go ahead and start with spiritual on the top. Okay? And then I'm going to do the twin flames in the middle. And I will be doing the divine masculine on the bottom. How about that? Let's just do a little mesh. I gotta please everybody. Gotta please my soul fam. Okay. Quick update, if you guys have ordered just the tarot, these should be arriving any day, like now. If you ordered the set of my love oracles, my love messages, and the tarot, that's probably going to be delivered on the 15th to the 17th, okay? So, just heads up on the orders. I'm so excited. And don't forget, if you guys have your own tarot channels, please do an unboxing. I know you're going to be excited, but break out the camera so I can see how it shows up for you guys. And if you send me the link, I'll post it on my channel in my community section, okay? All right, so that's nice and shuffled. Let's do the Colette Baron Reed. Okay, sorry for the loudness. That is a loud table. My sympathies to the tarot card readers that always read on a table with no tablecloth. My sympathies indeed. Okay. Okay. All right, I think that's good. Put these away. So spiritual journey. Spirit, can you please give me a message here for the spiritual journey? What is going on spiritually? For the collective, what is going on with psychic abilities, intuitions, spiritual path? What do you see? Wow, we just got this yesterday, guys. Not for you. Sorry, the sun. Yeah, not for you. I can't believe we just got this again. I really don't need to go into reading it, you know, but basically there's a strategy here. There's a plan, and someone really wants this to work out in specific way. Excuse me, in a specific way. It's not going to happen that way. We have to let that go. I think the spiritual journey is, if you're expecting spiritual gifts, say, I don't know, psychic abilities, tarot gifts, things like that, and it's difficult for you, you find it frustrating, don't force it. If it's not for you, that's okay. I wish I was more psychic, like I could just picture things, hear things. I get messages, I get knowings, but I don't actually see a picture. You know, I see a lot of psychics say, it's showing me, they're showing me something. I wish I had that gift. I don't yet, but I do have knowings, and I've been pretty good on my knowings, but I'm going to accept the gift I have. So if you guys are trying to explore and expand your gifts, I think it will come in due time. It will come at the right time on the right path, but it looks like Spirit wants to give you a gift just for you, a special gift. Let's learn a little bit more what that special gift could be. Spirit, can you show me a message here for the spiritual side of this journey? Spiritual side. Let me put that where you can see it, okay? In fact, I might need to scoot this back so you guys can see all of it. Okay. All right, let me put that right there. Spiritual gifts. Tell me about the spiritual journey for everybody here. What are you guys experiencing? Spirit, tell me what they're experiencing and why. What messages can we get on the spiritual path? Okay, the first one is cleansing in reverse, and none of my cards should be in reverse. None. But I do have a King of Cups. Okay? There is an energy in your spiritual path. If you can't let go of love, if love is overwhelming you in your life, you can't get over this, it's blocking you from spiritual gifts. The King of Cups is also psychic, intuitive, empathic. He's a healer. He's a lover. He's a giver. He's very strong in his gifts. Very, very strong. Stronger than the Queen. So when I have cleansing in reverse with the King of Cups and not for you, I feel like there are some strong gifts that you have that you would know more about if you could cleanse some of the toxicity from your energy. Most of it does have to do with love. You know, sometimes love can be a block. You guys know that. I'm speaking to the choir. You guys know that. But it's true, and it looks like sometimes it may be happening. If you're experiencing any kind of blockages with your psychic gifts, it's because love is blocking it, okay? It's too invasive. It's affecting your spiritual path. And what do you want to say about this, Spirit? Can I have one more card? Maybe two? One or two about this blockage with love and our psychic abilities? Okay. I'm picking the Two of Swords, the Decision. This is like a Mars and Gemini energy. Okay, or Mars in the third house. And then I have the Wheel of Fortune. Divine timing. Okay, it's also gifts. Fortune is usually seen as a gift. Okay, so as far as your psychic intuitions go, you're about to be gifted something very beautiful. It's going to change your world. You just have to make the choice. Which one is more important to you? Love, spiritual path. Love, spiritual path. Right now, Spirit's asking you, what do you want more? Do you want to focus continuously on this love, or do you want to grow your gift? The Oracle card that comes out for the spiritual journey is selling out. Don't sell out your spiritual powers and your spiritual gifts for love. I know love is important and love is beautiful, but you might be selling yourself short also. You deserve to be the best version of your best self. You deserve to be the most successful, most powerful, intuitive person you can be. So you can help collective and you can help others. So Spirit's saying, don't give that up for love. There has to be some balance here, love and spirituality. And again, you know, I'm speaking to the choir. You guys are like, I know, Steph. I know. I know you know. So let's keep going here. One more message for the spiritual gifts. Got two more messages. We have I miss you. Okay. I think it's been a while since you've had some of your spiritual gifts. I think it's been a while since you've been really into spirituality. I think it's been a few months. Okay, we're talking about cups here. It's been a few months, guys. What I'm going to say on that is, I want to say maybe a few months ago, maybe a year ago, you were strong. You were really meditating. You were really focused. You were really seeing results with your life, with love, and with other things, with tarot, with everything. And all of a sudden, it's like you went from a high peak to plateau. And it's because this has worn you out. This love situation has eaten you almost alive. It's eaten you up and spit you out, and you're just like, Steph, I don't know how much energy I have left to continue this journey. I don't know if I want to continue the journey. I don't know if I want to continue my psychic gifts. I'm just so worn. I'm so hurt. I miss being my old self. I miss being spiritual. I miss meditating. I miss listening to my mantras and my Ganesh and my music and my morning vibrations. I miss that. Steph, I miss having peace. Remember I told you guys about the spiritual transits in Sagittarius, a planetary? Don't worry about it. This is why. You were meant to question your faith, to doubt it. You were meant to question me and doubt me. You were meant to question this journey and doubt this journey. This was all part of the plan, divine timing. These planets with Jupiter now going into Sagittarius, it was in Scorpio. Scorpio is death, tower, destruction, transformation. Your spiritual, and Jupiter is the guru in your spiritual process. So when it's being torn down with towers, killed with death, and transformed, this is all natural. I wouldn't worry one iota about it. It's supposed to happen that way because you're meant to ask a lot of questions. Where do I go? What do I do? What is this? And you've got Ketu there, which is the knife, the surgeon, cutting things out of your life, destroying things in your spiritual house. This is Vedic astrology, okay? So the house of Sagittarius is your spiritual house. Think of it as your ashram, your church, your house of beliefs, your temple. Your temple is being destroyed. Your faith is being destroyed for a reason. Ketu's there, Jupiter's going there, Saturn is there. Saturn is karma. He's coming to give obstacles, and he's coming to give problems, and he's coming to give you stress, but he's also coming to give you a beautiful gift after hard work. There is light at the end of the tunnel. But now you got Pluto there too, right there at the tail end of Sagittarius, just the 29th degree moving into Capricorn. So you're going to be getting order. Right now it feels like a hot mess, guys. A hot mess. Hot mess. And you're like, Steph, I don't know. This is all looking pretty scary to me. Pretty grim. Pretty scary. I know. But this is going to pass. What I'm feeling, I know it says 2 swords for 2 days, but I'm feeling in about 2 weeks to 2 months, there's going to be a change in your spiritual path and journey. The next card I have is Life Renewed. So your spiritual beliefs are going to be back, honey. They're going to be back stronger than ever. You've gone through a death process. You've transformed. You have new beliefs to bring in. You have new stability. You've got a lot of answers to a lot of your questions lately. You've learned and you've grown. You've explored astrology. You've explored your houses. You've explored yourself. You've explored tarot, and you've explored your true beliefs, wants, and desires. So this is all for a purpose. So trust. Here's the candle. Just trust. It's almost over, and this too shall pass. I just got an email. Somebody said, Steph, I ordered 2 decks, and I think you're probably wondering what's going on with your delivery. Second announcement, because I didn't have that many people live when I did announce first. If you ordered 1 single tarot deck, it should be arriving any day, like now, today, and any day. If you ordered this, my bubble oracles and a other oracle, it's going to be delivered around the 15th to the 17th. There was a delay in my oracle deliveries. The company did not deliver them all in the same package, okay? So I got 5 boxes of my tarot, and I thought 2 of those boxes were my oracles, but they weren't. They were just the tarot. So I had to reorder, and I can't force them to bring it to me any faster. They're based out of San Francisco, and that's just how it rolls. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Technical difficulties. All right, so anyways, let's keep going. So your spiritual path is looking really good. As far as spiritual beliefs, what I'm picking up on is there's some cloudiness. The cloudy energy of not knowing what gifts you have, what gifts you want, what gifts you're going after, if you have any at all. That's just a haze. And as soon as everything passes by, it will settle down, and you're going to start to be revealed more gifts. A lot of you are going to be having auditory. It's like you're going to hear things is really what I'm getting, especially with the 2 of Swords. You're going to hear maybe even voices. If it's not voices, you're just going to be very acute. You're going to be listening. You're going to be listening. So you're going to be hearing messages. Maybe you're going to hear music popping in your head. Maybe you're actually going to hear someone's situation. I feel someone sometimes hears screams every now and then. If someone is hearing a scream, or it just pops in your head like you're thinking you're hearing a scream, but you're not really hearing it, you might be very empathic, and you might be hearing some of the pain that's going on in the world. You might be hearing someone suffer. Not a fun gift, but you might be hearing somebody crying out from some kind of pain or torture even. If you hear one of those messages, you're asked to pray for that person and send healing to that person. God is trying to let you know some of what he hears, and that there is always help needed in the department of what's needed. Okay? Someone thought they were schizophrenic. I don't know what to say about that. Some people are diagnosed with that. I think if you're hearing bad things, you need to cast it out of you. A lot of people with schizophrenia are hearing bad things to hurt yourself or hurt others. But if that's what's going on, there's a lot of shaman that believe what we would call crazy people are actually people that have a door open in their mind to the other realms, and they think they're going crazy. And I think you need to close off that door. Sometimes people need to close it. Cast those things out, okay? Someone says that's entities. It can be, but there's some very deep shaman, especially in the rainforest, in Peru and things of that nature, that have met a lot of people in mental institutions and said they're very spiritual people. They meet these people that are diagnosed schizophrenic or things of that nature, and the shamans say they actually have a very open aura, and they're so connected into two realms, it probably drives them crazy. But they don't know how to hone that in and how to operate that, so they just don't know what to do. That's like giving a kid $1 million and saying, be careful. They don't know what to do. They're going to be dropping money all over the place. People are going to be stealing money from them. They're going to be buying all kinds of crap. You can't, someone that has so many gifts and doesn't know what to do with it can go crazy. So if you do have some of those things going on in your life, know that you are hearing things for a reason. You were born for that for a reason, and there's always a remedy. You can at least help, okay? If you're hearing things like that, meditate, mantras, closing your eyes and humming or saying, really tones down the vibrations in your head. Now, if a lot of you are suffering with things of that nature, you probably have a Rahu moon. Anything going on in the mind is with the moon. So the Rahu moon, doesn't matter what sign you have, will talk about what your mind is going through. Let's say you have an Aries moon, and Rahu's there in your moon, and it's in the first house. That means you may have a mind for murder. I mean, no offense, but you might get so enraged that Rahu blows it out of proportion and you could really go after someone. That's something that needs a remedy. There needs to be some kind of a daily mantra for peace, because Aries is ruled by Mars, the god of war. God, imagine if you had Aries, Mars, Rahu, and Moon in the first house. It's a very dangerous person, but it can be remedied. Let me get some water. My voice is... Sorry, guys. I've been doing too many readings. Anyways, let's say you have a Pisces moon. Okay. Very spiritual moon. Even Cancer. Pisces, Cancer, even Scorpio. Extremely psychic abilities, okay? And let's say you have Rahu and your moon there in the 12th house in Pisces. That would be someone who would see the dead, hear the dead, be very connected to the other realms, and some might say crazy. That person might want to be alone in the woods somewhere because people would make a lot of judgments. Those are the kind of psychics that can see things before they happen, the kind of psychics that can pick up on someone's energy and see what happened as far as a murder, a death. They can see it out, they can see what happened, time travel, things of that nature. So again, if you're hearing things, seeing things, again, you probably have a Rahu moon. It's probably in a very spiritual placement. There is remedies. You have Pisces in the 12th house. Okay, there you go. Very spiritual. All right, so I think I don't need to go further in that. I don't want to go all into that all day. That could take a whole reading just by itself. But I tell you, I'm hearing auditory. I'm seeing auditory. That's what comes to me. Don't be scared. Sometimes you can scare off the gift. Maybe it frightens you. You think it might be evil, toxic. It might frighten you. You might think you're crazy. If it sounds toxic, it's not good. You're going to want to clear that, you know. If it's not toxic and you're hearing voices of angels or you're hearing spiritual things, messages, they're just trying to talk to you. And a lot of the time when a spirit or an angel or even a spirit guide wants to talk to you, they're going to test it out first. They're going to try it once, maybe twice. See how you react. Are you going to freak out? Are you going to listen? Are you going to, you know, whatever you're going to do. They want to see how you're going to react so they can approach you again later when you're ready. Also, the only time you're going to be hearing these... Sorry, damn call again. Damn call. Okay. We're going to move on. That was my cue. So anyways, if you're hearing voices, that's good. If you think it's bad, please cleanse that from your energy. But I think you do miss being more spiritual. A lot of you have been wondering what's happening. Why are my gifts dwindling, or why am I not focused on them? You might also be experiencing the ability not to focus. This is Mercury retrograde coming in. Spiritually, you guys are not able to focus like you normally would have in a meditation process or in any spiritual path. It's okay. It's all right. It's part of the process, and this too shall pass. It's a planetary transit kind of situation. It's nothing that you're doing wrong, okay? But if some of you are a little too focused on love, that can also block it, okay? So just keep that in mind. Don't try to force anything, and don't try to force a psychic gift. It will come to you in the right time. Okay. So now I'm going to do the twin flame. You guys asked for that. What is the twin flame journey bringing forward? What is happening with the twin flame journey? What kind of shifts are being made? Okay. All right, so I'm going to start with this. Oh, I got reversals already. I didn't plan on reversals, but I'll take them. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Queen of Pentacles. So in the twin flame journey, this is about love, nurture, of course. It's also about financial, you know, what's the right word? Financial security. It's also about getting your affairs in order. This is a mother energy. Even though it's a Queen of Pentacles, it's a mother energy because the Queen of Pentacles is nurturing. Now, the Queen of Pentacles in a reverse energy can be toxic. They can be over-controlling, manipulative, and money-driven. But a Queen of Pentacles upright is someone that tries to manage money in a good way, someone that tries to see things clearly, someone that tries to balance the budget and take care of a family or others in need. Cook, clean, work, Spend time in nature. Nature is also calling your name. She is like Mother Nature. I chose her because she just reminds me of Mother Nature. Sorry, I need to charge my phone. It had the low battery warning. Let me grab that. Okay. All right, so anyways, so for the twin flame journey, it's all about security, financial security, but it's also about your nurturing, and Mother Nature wants you to connect. I noticed that when our spiritual journey is all afloat, like it's just floating off of our head, it's getting away from us, it's out of our grip, we don't know how to harness our psychic abilities, it feels like it's escaping us. And it is being renewed, and we are being given a gift, the Wheel of Fortune. However, on a more mundane, basic 3D approach, from what I'm seeing for the twin flame journey, you need to literally decide to get out and drive and go to nature. You're not spending enough time with her, and you need to have a connection. If you lose a connection with the earth, a lot of your physical gifts won't be given. And that's because of a disconnect. There's no flow. You can be all up in the clouds, all up in your spiritual, realm, but how's it going to get grounded here? You need Mother Earth to support you. You need the Queen of Pentacles to support you in this venture for the twin flame journey. Okay, let's see what else is going in. Seven of Swords, twin flame journey. Hard in the city? I totally agree, but go to a city park. There's always city parks. Go to a city park if you can. So here we have the Seven of Swords. This is deceit, escape, trying to get away with something. It's an air sign. This is Libra. You could have a Libra in this twin flame journey trying to get away from this journey. Even if it's not a Libra, anybody here could be wanting out. A lot of some people here they want out. They don't want to be a part of this twin flame journey. They would rather maybe cut cords, is what someone's thinking, which you can't do in a twin flame journey, by the way. But you also are considering just walking out on it and saying, I don't want any part of this. Okay, I don't want any part of this. You're very worried, and again, if this is not you, because it's the twin flame journey, it could be your partner. Your partner could be wanting out of this contract, out of this journey. And again, by the way, you can't do that. I specialize in twin flame journeys, guys. I'm not going to bullshit you. A lot of my knowledge comes from experience, but it also comes from a psychic knowing. I have an open channel to communicate with my guides that talk to me about this journey. It's also a knowing. I operate a lot on knowing. I, as a psychic, operate on a compass inside of me. It's my intuition. And it's very loud if I'm going in the wrong direction. It's very loud if I'm going in the right direction. I have an intuition. So if you're wondering where I get this information from, that is where I get it from. I'm not out there reading all kinds of different people's articles and their books and, a lot of that. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I got onto this journey, and I was already on it before I had my channel. But I went looking for information when I was first discovering it, and immediately my intuition would say, God, this person who wrote this book has a lot of good points, but there's a lot wrong. It doesn't feel right. I would follow someone else's YouTube channel, this is years ago, and I would say, God, they have a lot of good information, like they're being given messages, but their ideals of the journey are going way off. And I just felt worried how many people are being led astray because their intuition and their compass is not guiding them in the right direction. And I was going to leave it alone and ignore it. But I do have a close relationship with God. And one of my favorite songs, which led me on this journey, was Where My Feet May Wander, I think it is. Oceans. I think the song is called Oceans. And so I would sing that song in my house, and I would cry, and I would be so close to Spirit. I got so close to Spirit. And I was just doing my own thing, my own journey. I was just loving nature, loving God, loving my life, my journey. And I remember my prayer. And I said, lead me where there is no borders, and lead me where you want me to go, and where I can serve you and be useful and use my gifts. I don't just want gifts to hoard them and keep them for myself and say I have gifts that's just for me. Spirit gave me even better and more, how do you say, like upgraded gifts, because I asked him to use me. If you want Spirit to use you and you want better gifts, you need to ask Spirit for a blessing. And you need to also be prepared that you will be put to work. You will be put to work on this journey. And if you've ever asked in prayer, use my gifts, make me better, show me more, advance me as a soul, you will be advanced. And it scared me a few times. I did hear a voice, you know. I heard my name. It was creepy. I had confirmations, let's just say several psychic things that I, before I got my channel, several psychic things that happened to me to shock the hell out of me. And I knew as a confirmation from the Lord that it was real. I wasn't imagining things. I wasn't selling myself out on some journey. It wasn't my imagination. And there's a very strong sense for me as a reader and a psychic, and you guys as well. You have these gifts. But I'm just going to say, helping you on this twin flame journey, a lot of us have questions, and we question ourselves, we question Spirit, we question the journey. When you get triple confirmations, or you get a confirmation that is so certain for you, there's no doubt. I want you to hang on to that moment. Sear it into your memory. Remember that, because you're not always going to get these confirmations. They're not going to hit you every single day. You're going to have monumental moments in your life where it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. And you will know what you're made of, what this journey is, and your spiritual gifts. You will know without a shadow of a doubt. So, fix that. That being said, hang on to those moments, because when these energies start popping up, and maybe you want to run away, maybe you want to escape the journey, remember that moment. It will keep you looking back, knowing who you are, what you asked for, and what's real. Because a lot of times on this journey, you're going to ask 1,000 times what's real. The next card is the Lovers in reverse. Damn it. And I don't like getting things in reverse, but your twin flame journey is on the outs for some of you. You guys are not in union at this moment. There is a reconciliation coming, but right now there's a disconnect. With the Seven of Swords and the 6 major arcana, there's no disputing that there is problems in paradise, that there is issues here about mistrust, not only mistrusting your partner, but mistrusting this journey as a twin flame. You don't believe it, or you're questioning it. You're not sure you even want union. Some of you may be escaping union, avoiding union. And keep in mind, this is a twin flame journey. If this isn't you, it could be your person trying to run away from this. Okay? Let's keep going. Twin flame journey. Oh, well, this might be the problem. Karmic. Now, this can stand for karma that needs to be dealt with or is being dealt with. It also stands for literally a karmic partner. Okay? And this is someone that could be in the way. A third party, a third wheel. Also on this journey, I've been disappointed to follow twin flame readers and things of that nature that say a third party is not a third party. They kind of can confuse the journey. Maybe they're confused themselves. If you ever hear things that a third party could be each other in another realm, like maybe a third party is the two of you in 5D, and then you have you here and you here in 3D, you know, that's confusing. And I don't feel like that's right. I feel like that was an idea, and I feel like it's not true. It will confuse you when you read tarot, and it will confuse you on the journey. If you also think that this journey is just a solo self journey, and you're just a twin flame on your own, and that's what the journey's about, that's also wrong. I know that in my knowing. I just know it's wrong. It's wrong. I'm not saying I've had a thrilling time on this twin flame journey, because I haven't. I've had a lot of disappointments and years of testing. I'm always tested. My faith is always tested. But my faith is stronger than my doubts and my fears. Maybe that's the Saggy in me. But there's a lot of Sagittariuses out there that still doubt faith in their journey and in their purpose. And my only answer for you is to have a strong relationship with God. Because the only third party that should be even thought of in your relationship should be him or her. Because God is both divine masculine, divine feminine energy. It is a him and a her. It is both. It is source. Whoever you would like to call the creator. The one. Where everything came from. That's who you need to have a relationship with. There is love there. There is truth there. There is comfort. There is peace. There is guidance. And he lives in you, in your heart. She lives in you, in your heart. And it's always right there, super close to you. They're not far away. Thank you so much for this super chat of 1111. I really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. So anyways, to find yourself is to find God. And if you have not found God, you're going to have trouble finding yourself, because he is part of you. That's just one part of this twin flame journey. The other part, which is probably the most difficult and people try to run away from, is understanding your twin. Knowing them, the good, the bad, the ugly. It's easy to love the good part of your twin. Easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's really hard to love the bad part in them. That's why this is in reverse. It's easy to love your kids, isn't it, when they're acting like angels? It's hard to love your kids when they're kicking you in your face. But you never stop loving them. You can get angry. The love doesn't go away. Sometimes us as twin flames here, we get angry, hurt, frightened, ashamed, doubtful, disappointed because of these third-party karmic energies. Part of being on this twin flame journey and being a divine person is keeping your faith in the dark when you see no hope, loving someone and letting them go, loving someone in their darkest moments, and loving God even when you feel like you've never had an answered prayer. You do this, and it's very hard, because you are busy connecting with Source. And as difficult as that journey sounds, That's God's job. That's Source's job. To love us in our darkest moments. To love us when we reject Him, hate Him, want nothing to do with Him. To love us in our mistakes and our karmic downfalls. To love us when we don't love ourselves. That's His job. It's a dirty, hard, ugly job, but it's also very rewarding. It's rewarding because when He fills our love and we fall to our knees, or we touch the grass, or we're in the water, and we're one with Spirit, and our hearts are vibrating on such a magnificent level that we're so connected deeply to the universe and to the earth and to Source, that moment, that feeling is so worth it. It's worth everything. And at least for those moments that you're so happy, there's nothing that you fear. You don't fear death, you don't fear loneliness, and you don't fear darkness, and you feel like nothing can touch you. Because you're so risen. You're so high on life and love and God, and you're feeling His love. You're feeling the good part of His energy. Part of this twin flame journey is processing defeat, processing pain, processing disappointment and death. Something you're meant to master is all of those things. You're meant to master them, twin flames, because you were chosen as one of the 144,000 energies. Think of that, the 12 and the 12. 12 disciples, 12 zodiac signs, 12 months of the year. Believe me, it's a special number. You're meant to be part of that specific collective of the twin flames, which are meant to be given probably the hardest of the journey, just like the 12 disciples, to learn the most difficult things in life. Okay? Not everyone's capable. People need you. You're not brought into this reincarnation every single lifetime as a twin. I don't think it's that way. I think when you come into a twin flame journey, it's special. It's a special time in your life. It's a special time in your soul's journey. It's not something that you're going to be reincarnated with every lifetime. It's a reason to grow, and it's a special testing, and it's a special growth assignment. It's, I believe, becoming an ascended master. This is one of the latter steps to become an ascended master, a spiritual soul that even in future lives will help other collective people become masters as well. But you will be asked many things. You'll have gifts of healing. Okay, you'll have gifts of psychic abilities to help people. But the reason you're given the most daunting of tasks is to listen in the loudness of your own head, your own voice and the world, the opinions of others, the demonic attacks, the dark entities, karmic energies. You're meant to master these things so you can be a strength for the collective, for God, for the universe. You're one of the chosen because you've been through enough lifetimes to have experienced basic knowledge. Now you're being tested here to learn very deep knowledge, and you're being called to that. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Does it mean that all of a sudden you're a twin flame and, you're holy, you're so holy, there's nothing wrong with you, and you're sinless, stainless, and you're an angel? No. In fact, part of being an ascended master is knowing quite the opposite. You're not an angel. You are dark and light. You are both energies. You know how to let yourself live a normal life and you know how to not be tempted to do bad things, it doesn't mean you don't have those temptations. It means you have them and you've learned how to master them. It also means you're meant to enjoy life, have a little fun in life, have a little darkness. You need to have a balance. You're learning how to balance. You see, what's the sickness in the world is either all or nothing. They either consider you all bad, throwing the baby out with the bathwater, or all good, all light, all angelic, all sinless, all pure. And that's the problem with religions. They come here to separate you, judge. And what Spirit wants you to learn is to love wholly, to love all, to embrace all, to have balance, not to have a completely dark person, but not to have a completely light person either. They're both toxic. And if you've ever met anyone completely dark, you know how toxic that is. And if you've ever met anyone completely light, completely devoted to light, they're also toxic. If you put yourself in both of those vibrations around both of those people, you don't want to be there long because you sense the imbalance in their aura and it feels strange and uncomfortable. And I'm just saying, twins are here to learn to master these emotions of love and life. Look at the tasks you're being asked to do. You're being asked to be psychic, intuitive, and healing. You're also being asked to be a wife or a husband or a lover. You're being asked to possibly even be a mother, father. You're also being asked to be a member of society and have some kind of purpose-driven career. You're being asked to enjoy the fruits of life, and you're being asked to sacrifice as well. That's a lot of asking. Why do you think it takes such a difficult person to master that? It's difficult. It's a hard journey. Thank you so much for the 1111. So don't worry about how long it takes you to get there. Just know that this is a journey, not a destination, and enjoy the ride. You're learning. Learning is fun. If you accept it as learning and you don't see yourself as failing, for every fail, there's a win. If you fail, that's all right. You've learned something. You take something from the fail. It's never all for naught. If you feel like you're failing on this journey and you want to escape it, or maybe your partner wants to escape it, face this karma head on. Defeat your fear. When you defeat your fear has no hold on you anymore. None. Face your fear. The next card is the Emperor. Twin flame journey. So we have Aries here. Okay. And this is a divine masculine energy. This is about power, control, strength, wisdom, knowledge. Stability as in harnessing all spiritual energy into this realm. Imagine the strength of this man that he would have to hold down, and just a picture. Hold down all the spiritual and emotional energy and harness it here on this earth like the sun. And the Emperor does represent the sun, but he also holds the earth. And that means he's earthbound. He's got the world in his hands. He's grounded to this earth. Guys, apparently I'm popular and everyone wants to call me. Anyways, moving on. You have a throne. You are valued. Your masculine is valued. There is a place here for you. There is a place on this earth. There is a purpose. There is a job. There is also a responsibility. The Emperor is not just responsible for a kingdom. He's responsible for all the kingdoms of the world. He's the Emperor. He looks after many, many kingdoms. That is you on this twin flame journey. You don't just look after your little realm. You look after all this realm in the world and a higher realm. You are here to be a protector. to protect the light workers, to protect the innocent, to protect the children, to protect the good in this world. You are to fight also. The Emperor, Aries, hello, we just talked about that, Mars and Aries, and the Sun, very comfortable here in Emperor. What do? They fight, they protect, they serve. Just because you're a leader doesn't mean you don't serve. Just because you're a twin flame doesn't mean you're meant to just be in love and have a loving relationship. It means you're meant to serve the world. You have a higher purpose. Love is just part of the equation. It's part of the ingredients that makes you you. I have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, damn it. This is a lack of confidence. The twins here, or maybe just one of you, lacks the confidence to be successful in this journey. You don't have any faith that this is going to be a union right now. You're angry with the universe. You're angry with this purpose. This whole thing is confusing for you. You're angry with the karmic and you're angry with the results. You're very frustrated. And you also feel like if that's not you, that your person just wants to run away from you despite the connection, despite what you guys have. You feel like your person just chose the karmic, committed to it, and does not want to grow this. And I'm just going to bring up one more time on this twin flame journey. We are going through a planetary transit that is going to make you think and feel these things. Don't beat yourself up. It's okay. This reading is taking a turn. That's all right. It's just the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts, and sometimes the truth is not pretty to look at, but it is the truth. There's no disputing it. There is love here, and there is still karma here. Get control. The Emperor says, get control. Know your place. Know your worth. If you had to literally, if you were like in a movie or something and you were going to go have a conversation with the Emperor and you step into his throne room, he's almost like the genie bound to the throne, right? He can't go everywhere he wants to go. He has to be available in the throne room for people, for kings and kingdoms to come and talk to him. He has to be available. He can't just go wandering around, be a free little being. He has responsibilities. He must be present in his throne room for people to address. Someone here is trying to escape the situation. And, you know, it could be the masculine. The masculine needs to stand up, sit on the throne, and be available. You have a purpose and a journey. It's time to take responsibility. There's no running out. The Emperor doesn't run out. Not unless he's in reverse. The Emperor does not run out. He takes responsibility and he's available. I have someone here that is being stubborn and controlling and avoiding the twin flame journey because of a karmic situation. The only advice I think the Emperor would give you if you were to step into that room would be, listen, there is responsibilities. You had a choice and a decision. You made that call before you were put here on this earth. It was already destined. Now, because you're not awake enough to remember that call, to feel that contract, to feel that purpose, that desire, that drive that you had in another life or in a higher dimension, if you're not connected with that higher being, it doesn't mean that anything down here is any less true or relevant. But trying to escape the situation is being a pussy. Excuse my French, but it is. And I think the Emperor would say, quit being a pussy. Stand up. Get strong. Rebuild. Fight. Continue to have faith and see this through. He would also say, whatever you got to do to get grounded, get grounded. If you need to go to the Mother Earth energy and go meditate for 3 days, go do that. If you need to change your diet, do that. If you need to start working out, I don't know, do that. If you need to go see a specialist, like a true yoga master, to master your head because you think you just can't get your head together, then do it. But no one here is responsible for your life but you. And whatever befalls are because of the decisions and choices you've made. And this is no one else's fault. And there is someone here, it's Libra energy, but it doesn't have to be. We have Libra, Gemini, and Aries. We also have Taurus. And I also have Capricorn. And let me tell you, the biggest part about this twin flame journey here is Saturn, karma. We all know Saturn is transiting into Capricorn with Pluto, so that's good. There's going to be some good, shocking things for you. Pluto is the wrecking ball, but you also don't know which way he's swinging. You don't know if he's going to wreck your life or wreck theirs or wreck the karmics. You don't know where Pluto is going to swing. You have to be prepared. Strategy, a plan. And the plan is when you stop caring about one thing, which is union. And that doesn't mean the most to you. Then the plan is what? You defeat your fear and it can't hurt you. And my camera is stuck. Oh, great. I'm going to have to do part 2. I'll just finish the second row and then I'll jump into the part 2 for the Divine Masculine reading, okay? Anyways, like I said, guys, twin flame journey, face your fear. If your fear is there will be no union, face it. Picture a life without union. It's not the end. If your fear is that your person doesn't love you back, love them anyways and picture a life without them loving you back. Defeat your fear by saying, you hold no power over me. Just like Jennifer Connelly in The Labyrinth. Okay? You have no power over me. The Goblin King was there. She couldn't remember the last line. She felt messed with the entire movie. He was playing tricks and messing with her, and it wasn't fair. And then she realized at the end, this whole mind game, all of this mind fuckery doesn't have any power over you. And all of a sudden, the karmic and the karma disappear. They disappear. There is no more power over you. And you're going to tell that karmic, you have no power over me. I think the biggest part of this journey for the twin flames right now today is the karmic. If there is one in your life, which I'm pretty sure in this reading there is, I want you to face the karmic in a meditation. I want you to guide yourself. I want you to confront the karmic. I want you to picture him or her, the person that intimidates you, the person that makes you feel less than, the person you feel like you might shrink in front of because you're not in that position. Put yourself wherever they are, face them, and look at them, imagine what they look like, the situation. You're probably going to feel intimidated, kind of like you confront a bully or you're confronting a bear. The fear will hit you in the back spine area, that's for sure. That's why they say, do you have any spine? Whenever you face a fear, it affects your spine because remember your nerves, your nervous system is ran up and through your spine. So your nerves are going to be all jacked with. But you're going to face that fear. And you're going to tell that karmic person whatever it is you need to tell them. You're going to get things off your chest that you haven't been able to get off your chest. And then you're going to imagine having a confrontive conversation with your twin. You're going to face your twin and you're going to say, look, this is how I feel. when you're done confronting and being heard, because you are going to be heard, you're a twin flame, you're not a nobody. Your telepathy will be heard. They will sense it, they will feel it, they will know it. Yes, even the karmic. I can also recommend you to do that with a candle. Having this confrontation with a candle. And when you're done, blow it out. Well, not blow it out, excuse me. Duh. Snuff it out is what I mean. You can lick your fingers and snuff out the candle, or you can clap your hands and snuff out the candle. And you're going to let that smoke drift out into the wind, out into the universe, outside. You're going to want the smoke from the candle to go outside, and you're going to send that message. You're going to say, I now send this message to those I've addressed. And you can say them by name. You will hear me. You will hear what I have to say, and you will know that it is true. And you guys will let your soul speak, because your soul needs to be heard. The message will be delivered. The universe will also hear you. And as soon as the universe and all the dark energy that's tried to stop you, all the karma, all the dark energy, they will get the message, and they will know, well, this person no longer has this fear, this worry, or this focus. It's gone. And then I want you to readdress a new focus. Focus on yourself, which is the easiest thing to do. Focus on creativity or business or children, your spiritual path, your spiritual journey, and meditation. This is how the twin flame union is going to go. The first time you encountered your twin flame was at a time when you needed them the most. You needed them the most. Maybe you hadn't even met them yet, okay? But you were at a point in your life where you had been through enough, and you needed hope. You needed something the most. That was the time the universe divinely orchestrated your meeting. The union is going to be the opposite. When you come into union with your twin is when you don't need them at all. You will not need your twin at all. Do you see how that twists? You meet them in a yang energy, and you union with them in a yin energy. Complete opposites. So, get to it. You have to defeat your fear. You're not going to be able to have a union if you need them. You're going to have a union when you don't need them. You're going to have a union when you love them and you desire them, but you're okay and you don't need them and you're okay without them. That's when they come, because that's when peace fills your body, and peace brings the vibration of union, and it locks it together. It is the polar opposites. It is the negative and the positive. It is the yin and the yang. It is the masculine and the feminine. Do you see how that all fits together? It's a duo. Two positives can't come together and two negatives can't come together. So that's how it's going to go, twins. I'm going to pull this last card. I will show you in part 2, because I know you guys are like, Steph, it's frozen. I know. Damn Mercury retrograde. See, this only happens in Mercury retrogrades. This only happens then. Trust and believe. But let's go ahead and pull this last card, and it is, oh my God, the movie I was talking about, The Labyrinth. The Hanged Man. Perfect for the twin flame journey. And there's Jennifer Connelly in the labyrinth, in the maze, and there is David Bowie, the Goblin King, above her, and she's in the maze. Hanged Man is this card. And yep, I picked this card, Hanged Man, because of that movie, and it is realizing you have no power over me. And that's exactly what we're talking about. Facing your fears, guys. You're going to be hanged man in this twin flame journey till you call out your fears and cast them out and tell them you got no power over me. And all of a sudden, all the illusions and fears and doubts of this twin flame journey mean jack shit. They mean nothing. You've overcome yourself, and you've overcome your fear, and you've overcome your spiritual doubts, and you've overcome so much, and you've ascended, and you've grown. And the Hanged Man is changing perspective. It's seeing things differently through fresh eyes. You're going to see something very, very different at the end of this twin flame journey here. I do feel, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days or 6 weeks, you're going to see difference in how you view this journey, okay? There's going to be a change. It's going to be in the vibration of the 6. There's something special with the energy of the number 6. There's something very special with this vibration. I can't put my finger on it, but it's a 6. 6 and 6 is 12, the Hanged Man. The Lovers is the number 6. There's something with the number 6 for you guys. I'm sorry, it just is. I feel like there's a special vibration or a special timeline. It's also a very spiritual number, the number 6. It's also endings. On the 7th day, they rested. On the 6th day is obviously when they were working really hard. I feel like the 6 means it's almost over. It's also a balanced number. It's about union. It's about balance, harmony. It's in perfect harmony. Anyways, we'll get back to this in part 2. But I'll get more into the timeline here, and I'll pull an oracle for the twin flames. I'll pull a couple oracles with my little bubble ones and the Heal Yourself. See what advice they want to give us, okay? So I'll see you in part 2. I'm going to close this video. Please go ahead and mosey on down and venture over to part 2 for the continuation of this reading. Part 2 will conclude the twin flames and will also begin the Divine Masculine reading. Okay, I'll see you guys over there. Love you, bye.